Hey guys, hopefully you can hear me because my voice is a little hoarse, but I have something I want to give to you right now, right? And that is don't forfeit your blessing. Don't forfeit your blessing. Listen, guys, it is birthing season. It's birthing season. Whatever you've been working on, whatever you've been praying about, whatever you've been asking God for, it is birthing season. It is time for you to birth that thing forward, right? So, what I mean by don't forfeit your blessing, what I'm saying is, guys, you got to choose your battles. Some of us are going through seasons right now where it looks like everything is coming up against us. Some of us are going through some things where it seems like you just want to get the last word. You just want to tell somebody off. You just want to do the wrong thing. But now is not the time to forfeit your blessing. And that's what's going to happen if you move off of emotions and not off of God, right? And not off of love, not off of his guidance. So I jumped on here to tell you that it is birthing season. And you're right at the point where it's time for you to push, right? I'm sorry because I'm straightening, right? It's time for you to push. When a lady is going into labor, the first thing that happens, right, is sometimes she gets what's called Braxton Hicks. Those Braxton Hicks are false labor pains, right? Although they hurt, they are false contractions. They are not indicative that the baby is actually coming, right? It's just the body going through what it does to prepare for real labor, right? So you may be going through Braxton Hicks right now, right? You was going through some things that felt like it shook you, one thing after the other, right? But right now, what's happening is once Braxton Hicks passed, the next pains you have are indicative of labor pains. Those are real pains, right? That's when the stretching happens, right? That's when the actual rib cage is the rib section of the woman is separated, right? That means that it's going like this, right? It's a breaking of the bones and everything so that the baby can travel through the birth canal. So what happens is it comes in intervals, right? Like 5 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever it takes, closer and closer and closer. Well, what you're feeling right now, like women that in labor, you begin to feel the pressure, right? You begin to feel the pressure of that baby trying to come out the birth canal. Well, what you're going through now is labor pains, right? And the pressure you feel is your birthing, right? It's your thing, your purpose trying to come forward in your life. But like any other woman, you can't turn back now, right? You can't go back and say, I wish I hadn't. You can't go back and say, push your baby back. You can't go back and say, stop. Because when it's time, it's time. And I'm telling you, it's your time. It's your time. The pressure you feel is just indicative of the fact that you're going to push out your purpose. You're going to push out your baby. It's labor time. It's time to push. It's time to breathe and bear down and give it all you got, right? Because God didn't bring you this far to leave you. And a lot of times when the baby comes, you forget about that pain, right? You no longer feel that pain that was pressing down, that pressure, right? Once the baby comes through the birth canal, that pressure eases up. And it's not like you forgot what you went through. It's not like you forget that the pain. It's not like you don't even feel the residue of what has happened. But listen, look at what's the end result, right? Look at what's come forward, right? It's worth it. It's worth it. So don't forfeit your blessing by allowing people to steal your joy. Don't forfeit your blessing by doing the things you used to do. Don't forfeit your blessing by going back to the places that you shouldn't be at. Don't turn back into the old person because the pressure is on. But it's going to be worth it. God is trying to give you a new thing. It's your birthday season. Don't forfeit your blessing. You know, somebody may tell you it don't take all of that. Listen, no, every birth is different. Every birth is different. Your journey is not somebody else's journey. Your path is not somebody else's path. It's uniquely designed for you. So it may take you all of that. Where it took me 18 hours and a half to have my first baby, my second baby, it took me for 22 hours or more to have my first, right? Labor pains. And my second daughter, I had her naturally. So people can't tell you what's the end result of your joy, of your purpose. And I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. So I'm just letting you know, it's your birthday season, and this is truly a word from God. Don't forfeit your blessing. Go ahead and push your way through. This is Dr. Michelle. Be blessed.